This week we are on card sketch number 27 out of 30. So we are almost finished with this series. I have been using my 30 card sketches with examples ebook. You can get a copy of this. There's a link in the description to use along with all of these videos or for your own use. I charge $4.95 for it, and the monies go towards helping me support this YouTube channel and my blog and my business, Creating with Kristina. And I sure appreciate those of you who have purchased it. And like I said, we are on card sketch number 27. So here is what that looks like, those cute little circles there. Before we get started, though, I just want to quickly say this is the month of August 2019, and Stampin' Up! Is having a promotion right now. This is a great time to join Stampin' Up! It changed my life totally. I have always been a crafter, and now I craft for a living. I get to make these YouTube channels. I get to share how to do all these amazing cards. I have people come over to my home and I teach them how to make cards. And anyways, it's just amazing. And if it's something you've ever thought about doing, or maybe you haven't thought about doing, maybe you just want a discount. As a demonstrator, you get 20% off of all the products in the catalog. And I'll tell you what, about 80% of the Stampin' Up! Demonstrators are just hobbyists. And they just get in for the discount, which is a great discount. So enough about that. Let's get on with today's card. We're using the stamp set New Wonders. Is that little fairy girl the cutest little thing? I love that. Well, we're going to use this image right here today, the little girl poking out of the little circle, since our card sketch had circles, and I just thought this would be perfect. So we're going to do that. I'm using parts of the Free as a Bird Ballad Suite. We have the paper, the ribbon, and there's our cute, there's our cute little girl poking out to say hi. Okay, I'm going to turn the camera down so we can get started. And I have the sketch right here. Pull this down so you can see. All right, and here's our sketch and our space. And how we're going to do this is first we're going to make the little girl. So we're going to stamp her in Mementos ink, and then we're going to color her using the Stampin' Blends as I throw them across the room. There we go. Okay, so let me get my chair a little more comfy here. All righty, here we go. So our little girl here. And the reason why we use Mementos is so that the alcohol coloring markers don't mix, they don't bleed and run together. Okay, and oops, goes out of the way. There we go, and she's done. Also, I like to clean off my stamp right away so that we have this little Stampin' Chamois. Look how stained this thing is, but look, it doesn't come off on my hands. Well, that's ink from an ink pad. That's not from this. But this, I call it my magic sponge. It's just I'm not even sure what it's made of, but somehow it'll take the ink from this ink pad. It'll just pick it up. My ink pad's clean. It's on the sponge. Close it, put it over. At the end of the day, I rinse it out and start over tomorrow. So that's our little girl. Now that she's here, we're going to color her in. Now, I was looking through images of other people's cards from this stamp set, New Wonders. Oh, I didn't even tell you. New Wonders is a special stamp set. It's a host stamp set. And what that means is only hosts can purchase it, or demonstrators. So it's exclusive to people who hold parties in their homes or parties online, or if you purchase over $150 in an order, you qualify for Hostess Rewards. You're your own host, and you can purchase it that way. But of course, as a demonstrator, I have access to it also. There's a few really nice host stamp sets in this annual catalog, 2019-2020. We also have some really cute ones coming out in our Christmas catalog next month, so you want to stay tuned for that too. All right, I've decided to color my little girl's hair purple because I saw that on another person's card. It was really cute. Actually, I've seen several fairies with purple hair. So this is the new In Colors Purple Posy. And when I color with my blends, I first go in with the lightest color, and we only have 2 colors to each color family. It's so much easier than those other alcohol markers on the market where you have like 4 or 5 different shades, and they're not even always in the same family to get a shadow shade effect. Stampin' Up! Just makes it so easy. You pick a color that matches the paper, designer paper that you're using, and then you just color in with the light, and then you come back with some dark for the shadowing, and then you blend with the light again. It's just super easy. Now, I don't know if you can see her hair. Let me pull it up really cute. But where the layers of hair are on top of other layers of hair, there will be some shadowing. So, and you can see where the artist of the stamp designer has made some dark, where the stamp made it dark right there in the corner of her hair. So it kind of guides you where shadowing is going to be anyways. And I just come in with my marker and I'm just coloring in those areas. And let's see what that one. And these little wisps, get them a little more color all underneath there. That would be all dark. Okay. And now that I have the shadowing, I'm going to go back and put in, go back and use my light marker to blend where the 2 colors come together. So where the dark and the light are coming together, I just take the light and I kind of go over it in a circular motion. And what it does is it picks up some of the dark and adds a little to the light, and it just blends it perfectly. So I'm just kind of going in there. Not much, doesn't need much. And we are done. So there's her hair. That's all cute. Like I said, I'm using the Bird Ballad designer paper, and the colors in the Bird Ballad are Pool Party and Petal Pink. So I have Pool Party here, and I'm going to color the sky Pool Party, and I'm going to match it up with some Pool Party cardstock. So I'm going to take the light once again and just color in. And now I go back with the dark. And I'm using the bullet points instead of the paintbrush points. The paintbrush is for much larger areas or for brush lettering. And since we're just coloring in these little bitty things, we'll just use the bullet side. And I'm just gonna kind of come in where that shadowing from the artist stamp and along the edge of the girl, because back behind her would be some shadowing. Okay, and now come back with my light color and I blend together. There we go. All right, so that's the background. Now we have her little dress, her face, and her wing. Her face I'm going to do in the Petal Pink. It is a super light color. You almost can't see it. And I think it's just the perfect shade for skin tone. I know some people like using the beige that we have. That's a little darker. So I've colored her little face in. Oh, and she has a little hand here and a little neck showing. Now, instead of doing highlights and shadows, I'm just going to color her cute little cheeks pinker. I'm going to come in here and give her some little pinker cheeks. And maybe a little up in here where the hair is kind of shadowing her face. Okay, all right, and there's her skin. Actually, I'm going to color her hand darker because you can't really see it very well, and her little neck. There we go, that's good. Her wing is going to be, I don't have a silver, but I do have a very light gray. This is smoky slate, light smoky slate. So just come in here and color her little wing. And finally, her dress. And her dress is going to be Old Olive, and the reason I picked that was because of my paper. It has Old Olive in it. Ugh, come on, pen. Okay, that is kind of dark. Forgot. We start with light. Let's go with light first. Here we go. And no biggie, because I can blend that down. And the pool party and the Old Olive kind of blend together there. You really can't tell she has a dress on, but I think if you're looking up close, you can tell. Let me pull it up so you can see her cute little dress we have. Oh yeah, you can see it in the camera really nice. All right, so that is our little fairy girl. And now we're going to cut it out. And of course, I'm not going to make you watch me cut the little fairy girl out. I will cut this part out of the video for those of you on YouTube. I'm afraid those of you here on Facebook Live are going to have to watch me cut as quick as I can. And yeah. All right, so she's all cut out. There she is. Let's put this cute card together. So we have a white card base. I'm going to tape some ribbon on here first. If you look at the card sketch, it has this white band here. That can be paper, it can be ribbon, it can be multiple ribbons, it can be anything. Yeah, so we're just going to, and the way that I do this is I'm going to tie a bow and then take the long ends of the bow and wrap them in the back of the card. So what I mean by that, let me get some off of here, and that's going to wrap in the back. Then I want this bow part here. Whoops, come back here. Woo, come back here. Oh, come on. There we go. All right. So there's my bow, and these tails are just going to go around the back of the designer paper. So I need my snail adhesive here. And there we go. And I want this bow to be on top of the tail, so I'm kind of maneuvering it a little bit there. Not a problem. Okay. And cut that off. And now what I meant by putting it on the back is I just take some tape here, fold it back. Whoops, it didn't quite get all the way back, like that. And then put some more on this side and fold it back. All right, so there's the ribbon on the designer series paper. This is going to go on my card base, and this ribbon is so thin, it's a sheer, that there's really no, you're not going to get a real bump when you lay it down flat. So I'm just going to glue this piece on to my cardstock and not use dimensionals this time. Where did year come from? Anyways, most of the time I'll use dimensionals if my ribbon is kind of thick. That way, because the thick ribbon would give a bump, and I don't want a bump, but this is such sheer ribbon, you don't really have to do that unless you want to. but I want to pop up all those cute little circles, and I don't want my card to be so thick that I can't put it in an envelope. So you do have to pay attention to your layers and how much dimensional you use when creating a card if you're going to mail it. The post office does not like super thick cards put inside little envelopes. All right, now we have the cute circles here, the little circles, 1, 2, 3, and this is another part of this designer series paper, and this is just cute petal pink with little white polka dots. Here's a white circle, and this is for our sentiment. And here's the pool party circle that we're going to put our cute little girl on, and she is going to be popping out of the pool party. And I forgot when I was trimming her, I did want to trim off this black border, so it blends a little bit more with the die cut circle. There we go. It's not perfect, but you get the idea. There we go. All right, so, and I am gonna pop that up on dimensionals. So she's gonna be popping out of this cute little circle, and she's not the exact same size as the circle I cut, but that's okay. I wanted my circles to be a little bigger, but I wanted them all to be the same like it is in the sketch. It didn't have to be. I could have made these 2 circles a lot larger and this one smaller, but this card, I wanted it to be all the same. So we're gonna take, whoops, pull these guys, and then where her little dress meets the edge right here and her little hand is coming over the edge, I want that to be on the edge of the circle. So I'm kind of twisting it so that, there we go. Okay, and so it kind of looks like she's popping out of this circle. And we do need to stamp our sentiment. And the sentiment we're using is just popping in to say, ... And then on the inside, you can put anything. The stamp set comes with happy birthday, hi, thinking of you. No, I don't think this is thank you. So it's just popping in to say thank you, just popping in to say happy birthday, just popping in to say hi. But, oh, and congratulations. So, but it doesn't have get well. I do wish it had the get well or hope you're feeling better. I have other stamps though that say that. I'm going with happy birthday for this card. Just popping in to say happy birthday. And we'll just do that. And where's my stamp cleaner? Here you are. And we're going to use dimensionals here. Now, as I put this little circle on, I'm going to layer the other circles on top. But I don't want all 3 different levels. They're all going to be the same level. So as I attach dimensionals to this middle circle and the top circle, I'm going to be aware of the circle behind it, okay? But this first one, I don't need to worry about that. So this first one, and I'm going to put it back here behind the bow. Oops. Yeah, I want to be able to see it. The bow's kind of in the way, but that's okay. All right, there we go. All right, so that's on there. Now the pink one. And there's nothing on here. It can go any direction. So I want my dimensionals back here. I want to be aware that the white circle is underneath it. So I'm holding my finger there so I don't forget that that's where I want my dimensional. And 1's enough. You know, these dimensionals are pretty darn sticky. And this paper is pretty nice, light. You know, it's not going to come off. Okay, and then of course, the fairy girl is going to be holding it down also. Now, the fairy girl, she needs dimensionals back here. And 1 there, and 1 there. Okay. What do you think? Isn't she precious? Of course, the bow is kind of covering up the saying, but that's okay. And And you would decorate the inside. And like I said, this is going to be a birthday card. So I have the happy birthday stamp here, just popping in to say happy birthday. And I'm going to do birthday in black, but I am going to throw some leaves that are blowing in the wind on the card also to give it a little more interest. I'm going to use Old Olive for that. Sorry. And this is the cute little leaf. And we're just going to blow some leaves in the wind here, turn them all different directions. There we go. So just popping in to say happy birthday. Whoops. So there's the card. Whoops, tilted. There you go. You can see it now. And there you are. I hope you all enjoyed this card sketch tutorial today, card sketch number 27. I will be back next week with card sketch number 28, then 29 and 30. And after this series, I have a new series planned for you. You are going to really love. It has a lot to do with scrap designer paper, which everybody's like, oh, how can I use up all the scrap paper I have? So I've got some great ideas for that coming up in a few weeks. Also, our new Christmas catalog will be available in September, so just a couple of weeks for that. I'm real excited. There are some gorgeous things in that catalog. Don't forget, Stampin' Up! Is having a demonstrator joining promotion right now. You can either join and be a business person or join and be a hobbyist. Either way, they want you to be a part of the family, and they are an amazing family. I really love Stampin' Up! They're great, and all their products are amazing, and they all coordinate. All the colors go together. It's perfect. I'm rambling on. This has been a long live, so I'm going to say goodbye, and until next week, I hope you have a very happy and creative rest of your week. Bye-bye.